Olympics. But in the qualifying, Rick Carey broke that by 26/100ths of a second in 1:58.93. That would be the new pending world and American record before it is accepted. It takes a month or so for the International Swimming Board to accept that. But there's the man who did it. And earlier, Mark Spitz had an opportunity to talk to him about that amazing feat.
Congratulations, Rick, on that new world record. Was it difficult to keep the motivation up with that last 50 meters to go? There was nobody really pushing you.
Well, I looked up at the scoreboard at 150 and tried. My coach and I have been trying to get the last 50 down real strong, and I've been swimming kind of slow last 50 all summer. So I knew I had a chance to go under 2 minutes, and I wasn't sure quite how far. So I just really tried to push it by myself and just go, and it worked out.
What are you going to do this evening? Try to do it again?
I'm going to try and feel a little more efficient and just try and swim the best I can, and if it's there, it's there, and I'm not going to worry about it if it's not.
And there he is right now, just moments away from the finals, and he hopes that he can perhaps re-break that record. He'll be in lane 4. Over in lane 1 at the top of your screen will be John Ames of Stanford, then Pat Thomas in 2, a UCLA student, Dave Bottom attending Stanford in lane 3, then Rick Carey in 4, Richie Huey in 5 of Auburn, Steve Barnacote, the defending champions, in 6, Eric Erickson of North Carolina is in 7, and Charlie Soroki of the University of Arizona is in lane 8, closest to the camera. All right, it's an interesting style that Rick Carey has, and I think we should have a comment from Mark Spitz on that.
Well, Rick keeps his head perfectly still. He has his shin down on top of his chest so he doesn't wiggle his head too much. If you wiggle your head, you don't get a proper stroke and arm entry on that recovery. By keeping your head perfectly still, you're able to stretch your hand really wide and able to put that little finger in on the lead part of the stroke and then bend your elbow under the water and get a lot of thrust out of your back muscles.
All right, he turns first, and he turns it very fast. He turns at 27:51. The record that he set was 27:76, so he's ahead of his pace that he set earlier in the qualifying. And let's see if he's going to get a challenge now from any of these other backstrokers. Over next to him in lane 3 is Dave Bottom. He is currently in 2nd place, but it does look as if Rick Carey, just like he did in the qualifying, is going to have things his own way, not being pushed.
Well, he definitely looks confident and really strong in the water. Surprisingly, though, even though you have your head out of the water, which means that you could breathe anytime you want, most of these swimmers breathe every other stroke to keep a rhythm going. Otherwise, they'll get totally disoriented.
Now, the world record pace of today earlier was 57.98. He turned the 100 meters in 57.61. He's 3/10 of a second faster. Now, here's the critical one at 150 meters to see if he can still hang on and not run out of gas. The world record pace was 1:28.27 earlier. And he is 1:28.36. He's fallen off a little bit, Mark, but here he comes heading for home with 40 meters to go.
One of the things he's going to have to watch out for is to not let his body start to bob up and down when he's super thrust with his arms, because he's got such a high entry right now. He's stretching it out. It's going to come right down to the wire whether or not he gets that world record, and it looks like he's wanting it really badly because he's really pushing right now.
And the record is 1:58.93. Watch the clock. No, he didn't do it. It just clicked over. That's a computer technicality. It'll click over and run over and then come back to the original time. 1:59.27. Well, it's asking a man to do an awful lot to break the world record twice in one day, but it was quite a race. And so the official results, Rick Carey, the winner. Second place, Richie Huey, who was in lane 5. And lane 3, Dave Bottom, was in 3rd. And the winning time was 1:59.27 Turned out he did it in the same day. Coming up, world...
Wiped out the 2 oldest world records, capturing both backstroke events and gaining instant celebrity status.
Yeah. We're going to try for it. Hey, we'll touch his coach. Put him more down.
I was pretty sure I was going to break 2 minutes, and that was I was going to be happy with that. And then I saw 58, and I was like, I don't believe I did that.